your afternoon drive. We're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together, we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
We got this. How are you? Good evening, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here, along with meteorologist Ashley Civic, who's been hanging out this afternoon. We're going to get her out here kind of quick because she's got big plans tonight, right?
To go to bed.
Yeah, huge plans. Going to eat a little something maybe and then go to bed. But we appreciate your hard work today. You're always a tough, hard worker.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. All right. So let's get to the meat and potatoes, shall we? It was raining in Macomb earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the storms are now gone.
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
Yeah, so this is just what's left for today, and it's going to continue to taper off as the sun goes down. We're actually looking at more dry conditions tomorrow. This is that dry air that's going to set in before the tropical stuff we've been talking about today moves in later on in the week. And with that being said, it's going to be feeling a little bit hotter tomorrow. So mid-90s expected. Feels like temperatures anywhere between 105 and 110. So continue to practice heat safety. Eventually, our temperatures are going to drop off into the middle and upper 80s towards the end of this week, going into the weekend. But that's also going to coincide with what we're tracking in the tropics, which is which is now called Invest 93L, which that just means it's a tropical disturbance that's going to continue to be monitored over the next 7 days or so. Right now, still has that 30% chance, but it still looks like it's going to become something as it makes its way over the Florida Peninsula and then eventually continuing westward into the Gulf, which does have lots of warm water that really hasn't been tapped into so far this hurricane season. Which
it's a great map to show, and I'll tell you why it's important. The purple indicates 90-degree water temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the buoy's right there showing 88, close enough. Bottom line is it's going to be moving into progressively warmer water from where it is now. It's over the Gulf Stream in the Western Atlantic, which is not a good thing because it feeds off that moisture.
Yeah.
Florida may kick it a little bit, and then if it moves across Florida, which it seems to be doing right now, that could be a real problem when it gets into the northeastern Gulf and taps into that warm water. I'm sorry I was on my phone when you were doing that. I wasn't ignoring you. My brother is in a flash flood right now, literally in his car, not in Mississippi, in another state, and I'm trying to give him guidance as to what to do and what not to do. And I'm trying to tell him not to go forward because the road is underwater. and the fire department's rescuing people. So I'm like,
Yeah.
either stay put where it's dry or back up. And I'm just telling you this because this could be helpful too.
Right, yeah.
Anybody following this?
We could be looking at flash flooding issues as this system continues to track further west, going into the end of this week. Actually, I'm gonna pull up this other graph here. I didn't get to put it in earlier, but here's a good depiction of what we're looking at when it comes to the rest of this week. So this low pressure currently, again, just off the east coast of the Florida Peninsula, going to continue to move further west over the next 24 hours or so, probably a little bit sooner. And then as it continues to move further into the Gulf, as we go throughout the rest of this week, it may or may not more so creep along the coastline, but it may also just drift a little further south. And if it does so, again, that's where those 90-degree waters are. That's just fuel for this system, and that could lead to some stronger tropical development going into the end of this week. Regardless, though, for us, we're looking at quite a bit of rainfall here in central Mississippi. We could be talking about 2 to 3 inches of rain just in central Mississippi, and then the closer you are to the coast, it could be even more, maybe 4 to 5 inches. So again, flash flooding going to be a concern. And then also, if you have friends and family at the beach right now, or you were planning on going to the beach, I know a lot of people have been telling me that they were trying to get a last-minute beach trip in before school starts. I would not recommend doing so for the end of this week, going into this weekend, just for the rip currents sake of conversation, because there is going to be that issue later on this week, again going into this weekend, and then of course the flash flooding concerns with this tropical system. So this is what it's looking like, a wider picture, if you will. We'll see if this loads. There we go. Just showing you what may happen as we get into, well, maybe not. Anyway,
Did it just do that?
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All right.
But regardless, moral of the story, expect quite a bit of rainfall later on going into the end of this week, into the weekend. I'll pull this one back up because the other one wasn't loading. But yeah, that's what we're looking at over the next 7 to 10 days with in regards to this tropical system, and as it tracks westward towards the end of this week. So
Got it.
yeah.
What else you got?
That's pretty much it. That's the moral of the story.
So we've got the potential of flash flooding along the Gulf Coast. We're going to continue to monitor this. We'll have new information tonight, that's for sure. I'm really curious to see how the spaghetti plots start coming in. We'll have
Me
that
too.
hopefully remedied this evening. We can show that to everybody. But bottom line is, we're expecting this system. It's going to be the talk of the week.
Talk of the town.
Talk of the town.
I like to say
literally,
that.
Talk of the town. And if you're going to the beach this week, you really need to pay attention. Once this gets in the Gulf, rip currents and rip tides become an issue. So we'll continue to keep you up to date on what's going on with this system. I've got more information for you tonight on Fox 40 News at 9 and WLBT News at 10. And then Ashley is going to be in here tomorrow morning. And she's going to be, basically showing us the coverage at that point of where the storm is, where it's going to be, and what it may become.
I was going to pull up this one.
Okay.
I don't know. Technology doesn't want to work this evening.
Yeah, I think this system needs a good old. Oh, look at that.
Good to know.
So okay.
Anyway, well,
fun internet issues.
Yeah.
There's some stuff going on, but anyway, folks, you know what, we're gonna see it tonight. I'm gonna see it tonight. She's gonna be snoozing hopefully at that point, but she'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the morning.
Yep.
And she'll have all the latest information for you that we can give you on this tropical system. But in the meantime, stay safe. Please also remember, anytime, I'm trying to tell this to my brother here, anytime you come across a body of water that's not there, don't try to cross it. You flood the engine, your car's gone. If your car stalls in the middle of floodwaters and the floodwaters are rising, you've got another problem on your hands. So if you've got dry ground, okay, and you're not sure of where to go, but you've got dry ground, just stop. okay, and try to backtrack to higher ground. So he's right now in a hilly area of the Northeast, and they're getting some massive flash flooding. I mean, I've been looking at the videos here; they're crazy. So we don't want you caught up in that situation. So I'm using his situation.
These are tips for the end of this week for us.
Right. I'm using this as a teachable moment, and I apologize if I'm a little distracted, but I am trying to guide him out of his current situation. I think he's also in an unfamiliar area, so that doesn't help. But we've got the internet, and well, we do on my phone. Yeah. So anyway, Melissa Price, hey, how you doing? Sheikah Hampton, hey, what's going on? Grayson Ferguson, thanks for joining us. Sissy Arnold, where you been? Bobby McGinnis Wilson, good to see you from Brandon. Bobby McGinnis Wilson, thanks for the information. Okay. Thank you. That's for the information.
Yeah.
Okay, and y'all saying hello to each other. I kind of like the little community you got on here. It's kind of cute. And we'll be back on here tomorrow. You've got your update that you do at what, 9:45?
9:45.
So we'll have that for everybody to partake in. But pretty much the same old situation we've been talking about, and we will of course keep you posted on everything, and we'll give you the very latest. But I'll see you tonight on WLBT News at 10. Bye bye.